All right, shalom. First, I just want to send all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Al-Shai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honors to the elders of the world and salutations to the brothers doing the truth and sincerity. My name is Amawan, and I'm here to prophesy about the downfall of America just as well as the surrounding kingdoms. China, Russia, America, Ukraine, my bad, I said America, Saudi Arabia, Japan, amongst others. You know, because that's what time it is. The Lord sent his prophets into these kingdoms before he ended these kingdoms. This is Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries. You know what? Slack you. Give me 1 second. I gotta leave it better than. Right, because we living at the end of Esau's kingdom, man. The kingdom of heaven consists of the black/Native Americans rule. So, Jake, you black/Native Americans should be looking forward to it, rejoicing, and trying to hurry it up. You know? But this 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 9, it says, "For I think that the Most High has set forth us, the apostles, last, as it were appointed to death." Right? So, the word apostle means to be sent forth. And while you're doing your ministry, if they so happen to decide to put you to death, which is ultimately orchestrated by the Lord, so be it. For we are made a spectacle unto the world, right? People look at us as a joke, man, a gazing stock, a laughing stock, man. And to angels, you got angels that's watching us. And to men, angels on the left-hand side. And to men, we are fools for Yahweh Shai's sake. We are fools because they see us outside during the wintertime. We are fools because they see us outside in 90-degree weather. But ye are wise in Yahweh Shai. But we are wise because we know that the end of America is destruction from the nuclear missiles. We know that since we're in the time of Jacob's trouble, that all this hell that's going on, all this death, this pestilence, these uproars and seditions and things like that is all happening because of the Lord. And in order to be protected and to miss these things, you have to do the work. That's what makes us wise. You have to teach the truth. You have to teach the truth in sincerity and the whole truth. You can't have holes in your doctrine. You got to know what you're speaking on. That's what Ezekiel chapter 2 and Ezekiel chapter 3 is about. It says, "We are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised." We are honorable. People look at us as the scum of the earth. That's us being despised. We are doing the will of the Yahweh Ba'ashem Al-Shai, the one who the world calls God, the one who the world calls Jesus Christ. The two dominating religions of the world is Christianity and Islam. But Islam even believes in Christianity, and Christianity don't believe in Islam. You know? I'm trying to figure out where I was going with that. But let me read it again. "But ye are strong, ye are honorable, but ye are despised." Right, man? So we are despised for doing the will of the Lord. The Lord was despised during his time. The scriptures say, if they call the master of the house Beelzebub, how much more shall they call his and let me get it, his disciples, so to speak? If you were of the world will love its own.
Wait, if you were locked up in...
Matthew chapter 12, verse... Give me a second. What the hell? Hold on, bear with me. This is Matthew chapter 10. Matthew chapter 10, verse 23. It says, "But when they persecute you in this city, flee ye into another. For verily I say unto you, ye shall not have gone over the cities of Israel till the Son of Man be come. The disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. It is enough for the disciple that he be as his master, and the servant as his Lord. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, how much more shall they call them of his household?" Right, so they calling us the devil. They look at us as the devil, man. Same thing that they did Yahushua. All right, this is John chapter 15, verse 19. It says, "If you were of the world will love its own, will love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. Remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is no greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my sayings, they will keep yours also. But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me. If I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not had sin. But now they have no cloak for their sins. He that hateth me hateth my Father also." Right, man. So they hated Yahushua in the ancient world. And they hated his disciples and his apostles, his teachers, his evangelists, his bishops. Those that were speaking the same doctrine he was speaking. And now today, through the reincarnation, we're back. The Haratam of the elect. They hate us now today. There's no difference. No new thing under the sun. Everything is reincarnated, man. History is repeating itself. We just modernized, man. You know? But that's going to lead to their destruction. Yeah, that's going to lead to their destruction. That's why we were sent to let them know that they got death and destruction coming for what they have done in the ancient world to the Lord and his prophets, man. And the heathen, they got captivity coming. They got slavery coming. This Proverbs chapter 8 verse 36. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death. That's why this death is going on the way it's going on, man. Everybody knows that there's a second coming. Just about everybody believes that there is a second coming. Everybody knows that what you see going on right in the world is the Lord. I just got through speaking to a guy before I got out here. Yeah, man, this weather crazy. It's going to be in the 60s all week until Friday. Then it's going to jump back down to the 30s. This is flu weather. But we already know what this truly is. This is God doing this. That's exactly what he said to me. So everybody already know who's orchestrating what's going on in this world. All this death, these crazy weather events that they call it global warming. They got all types of names for atmospheric river. Also, see, they don't want to mention that it is the Lord. In the news, sometimes they mention that the Lord, but they don't mention it enough. But that's our job. This Proverbs chapter 8, verse 7. Proverbs chapter 8, verse 36 again. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death. Right, man. So, for everybody that's not taking heed, even though they know that this is what's going on, gonna die. Yeah, over here in America, the scriptures say 2 parts therein shall be cut off of the black/Native Americans. 2/3 of the nation of the black/Native Americans that's over here in America gonna be put to death. That 1/3 gonna be delivered. As far as the heathen, them so-called white people, which are the Edomites according to the Bible, them so-called Chinese, Japanese, Arab, they all got biblical nationality. Assyrians, Africans, they all going into slavery. The Lord doesn't deal with them. The Lord only deals with his people, man. That's why not only is that why that's happening, the scripture said the world was made for the Israelites' sake. Yahweh Shai is from the tribe of Judah. He's an Israelite. The angels and the Most High, Yahweh, is from the tribe of Judah. Yahweh thanks. We just been lied to for so long, man. But that's because we sinned against the Lord. The time of the Renaissance period. A lot of the iconoclasm took place. You know? Okay, what was I going to say? To Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. It says, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, said the Lord, 2 parts, meaning 2/3, therein shall be cut off and die. 2/3 of the nation of Israel gonna be put to death. These niggas and all this gang violence, people complaining about the rap industry and how it's destroying the people. You got people turning into witchcraft. You got more people selling out. Those are the people that represents the 2/3, according to the Bible. The scriptures give attributes that the Lord people have that they will not get into the kingdom for having. This is Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8, and it says, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, said the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the 1/3 shall be left therein. The 1/3 is going to be left therein. Basically, the 1/3 is going to be delivered. The 1/3 will not be hit by them thermonuclear missiles that's going to hit this place from Russia, China, and the other various nations. America's own allies going to shoot nuclear missiles on her, man. But that 1/3 that elect going to make it up out of here, man. They're going to be delivered. Some of the brothers going to be delivered by death. They're going to die for the word, just like Yahushua and the prophets did. And some brothers going to be actually beamed up into a so-called UFO. A chariot of Israel, according to the Bible. Oh, yeah, I got some more heat. Yeah, man. Shoot. Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8, it says, again, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, said the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the 1/3 shall be left therein. You niggas that want to game bang, y'all got death coming, man. Fear them not, you brothers and sisters that's in the truth, that's coming in the truth. They don't control death. The Lord controls death. Them niggas got death coming, and a lot of them got harsh deaths coming, man. Sufferings, miseries, like the scriptures say, starving to death. The worst death the scriptures say there is to starve to death, man. People would rather be shot, stabbed, and bleed out than to starve to death. It's Amos chapter 9, verse 10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. Right. You want to be a sinner and declare that what we're saying, these prophecies that's going to take people out, is not going to happen unto you, or you're not going to be phased by it. That's going to be your death. Let me read it again. Amos chapter 9, verse 10. All the sinners of my people, of the nation of Israel, them so-called blacks, Native Americans, shall die by the sword. That sword can be a gun. That sword can be the nuclear missile. Which say the evil meaning the bad times. All this death that's going on is the bad times we're living in. But they gonna turn up times 1,000. It ain't even got bad yet, man. The Lord, I just watched like 3-4 videos, and they were in the news, and someone was on History Channel sites. Recent videos of new creatures that's being discovered that don't have no names. Then one of the newest one is that gigantic jellyfish that's 30 foot plus long. Look how small jellyfish are in comparison to people. And that one is 30 foot long. So imagine how big the sharks are. That's the species. Imagine how big the sharks are under that water. The whales are under the water. Creatures that we have not seen, because they said they found they said they found a numerable amount of unknown species that they have not named yet. Why? Because they only discovered 5% of the ocean. The Lord said them newly created creatures, he gonna let roam this place, man. And gonna be a part of the killings that's gonna happen. See, y'all think that this gun shit and being shot and stabbed shit, I don't give a fuck. The death that's coming, the things that's coming upon this place, the Native Americans, Indians always speak about Bigfoot, Sasquatch, the Yeti. Them type of creatures are coming back to roam this place, man. It ain't no coincidence that coyotes are migrated, ended up in cities that they have never been. It ain't no coincidence that lions and mountain lions are attacking people more than they ever were before, in zoos being animals breaking out of zoos. All that ain't coincidental. Whether the Lord did it or the Lord had Esau did it, there's Bible prophecy that has to be fulfilled. The death that you think you gonna get in that time might not be the death that you gonna get, man. This is back at Amos chapter 9 verse 10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. Right, man. So y'all don't think that this evil that's to come is going to affect y'all, basically. We'll see. This is Isaiah chapter 13 verse 9. Behold, the day of the Lord Yahweh cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate. America is the land that it's speaking on. America will be hit by thermonuclear missiles, 200 missiles according to the Bible, from various nations. To lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners. The only people that Allah is attributed to, the only people that's under that law is the blacks/Native Americans right now, man. Those are the sinners that the Bible is talking about. You niggas wonder why y'all up under all these curses, can't rise in these nations and going through all this fucking hell. It's because y'all sinning against the Lord. And y'all gonna continuously sin until he kill y'all, man. It said, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. How? That nuclear missile. This is Proverbs 13 and 21. Evil pursueth sinners, but these bad times, all this death. But to the righteous, good shall be repaid. This is Proverbs chapter 23 verse 17. Let not thine heart or thy mind envy sinners. These niggas that got all this money out here that's sinning in the witchcraft and selling their soul, gang banging, don't envy them. But be thou in the fear of the Lord Yahweh all the day long, because therein is what? Death and destruction. In the kingdom of heaven, when they are birthed back into the kingdom of heaven, they're going to be under you. You looking up to Jay-Z, he done sold his soul and a half a fag. He go both ways. In the kingdom of heaven, he's going to be under you. The men that's doing the work. Just like how he got his status in society, you going to have status in the kingdom of heaven forever. The kingdom of heaven is forever. You're going to be sitting on the throne forever. Ruling over nations and ruling over your people. But we going to be made all righteous. It's always going to be in us to be righteous. The Lord going to make us perfect in the kingdom of heaven. Our people going to have everlasting content that die on this side in the kingdom of heaven. It's going to eventually go away, but that rank, that 144, the men that still so stiffly for the word, they're going to get that crown put on their head by Yahweh Shai himself, and they're going to be over the rest of the nation. These niggas that y'all look up to in this society are going to be your kids in the kingdom of heaven. And you're going to have an infinity amount of kids. Look at what's going on in the galaxies. All this information coming out about the stars and the planets, and they finding new galaxies and things of that nature. You're going to inhabit that. you gonna be the rule over that. Starting with you. The elect is gonna start with the elect, the chosen that stood stiffly for the Lord's name. Give me a second. Salakia. Shit. This is Daniel, chapter 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. Michael the archangel gonna stand up for the elect of Israel first, to help deliver the elect and come back and fuck this place up right along with these heathens and their army, right along with Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, Jacob's trouble. We're living in Jacob's trouble. All this death that's going on is the stages of Jacob's trouble. And the worst is yet to come. Such as never was since there was a nation even to that same time. The times that we're living in are the worst times that ever happened in history. If you study history and all the wars, the famines, people starving to death, the bubonic plague, the 70 AD with the Israelites, and as well as other empires and societies and how they came to crumble, this time is worse than all of those times. It says, such as never was since there was a nation even to that same time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. Right, the elect, the chosen, the ones that will be delivered, man, from the coming nuclear missile by way of so-called UFO, a chariot, man. And many of them that sleep in the dust, that have perished, that have died, Slakia, of the earth shall awake. They're going to be woken back up. Some to everlasting life, the elect, the chosen that did the will of the Lord, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. You niggas that die on this side, when y'all birth back into the kingdom by those who make it from on this side, the elect, the chosen, y'all gonna wake up, y'all gonna have everlasting contempt. Y'all gonna have y'all head down. Y'all gonna feel ashamed for what y'all have done on this side. Because we told y'all gonna wake up. A lot of y'all who died already woke up to that fact. A lot of y'all who don't die woke up to that fact. A lot of y'all know what's going on but don't want to take heed or afraid to take heed. Y'all gonna remember that in the kingdom of heaven, man. And y'all gonna have y'all head down for a time. But it is the kingdom of heaven for the nation of Israel. Eventually y'all gonna lift up y'all head. But y'all have to feel that way about coming against the Lord's prophets. Coming against the Lord, ultimately. It says, Daniel chapter 12, verse 2. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth, shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, the elect, the chosen. Scripture say, wisdom maketh a man's face to shine. We gonna have that light around us because of the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding from the gospel. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness, the elect, as the stars forever and ever. Right, man. For doing the will of Yahweh Shai. Like I said, it ain't what I said, it's what the scripture said. Who is he that crowneth them? That's going to be Yahweh Shai that's going to get them crowns out. Because of them having wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Using the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures. The scriptures say, this is your wisdom. The law, statutes, commandments is your wisdom in the sight of the nation. We're supposed to lift you up and have nations look at you as a great nation. Jake is fucking part of the LGBT community. Witchcraft, worshiping idols, things that don't speak, don't hear, feeding demons and shit, having sex with animals, sacrificing their own kids, things like that. That's wickedness, man. They're not gonna be the ones to get no crown. They're not the ones that's shining. They looking forth to the prophets. The whole world is bowing and adhering to what the Lord got to say. It's just the Lord not clicking their mind over to follow.